All right, we are starting it up. We should be finishing the Raspberry Pi distribution today. Titus Pi should be finalized and re-uploaded to cttstore.com. So should be good to go. I'll probably update the GitHub as well. Maybe I don't know. The GitHub, I'm not really doing anything too crazy here. Just a couple things that we need to look at. The emulation station, which just is finished. That's what's in the background here. And then we have a few other things too, to just maintain, make sure we have really good performance, clean up, maybe do a little more on the aesthetic side to make it a pleasurable experience for those new users. And then, yeah, jump right back in. Let's get it. Let's get after it. I think we're gonna need... Everything looks good here. We're not gonna waste any time today. We do have a little bit of limited time, 3.5 hours compared to the 6 we streamed yesterday, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. It's gonna be beautiful. And let's see what the update looks like. Yeah, I think we already ran this. Anu, what's up, man? All right, cool. Let's just go no on this. I don't think we're just checking the compile from yesterday. The compile, I think, took like an hour or two if you ever do a standalone retro Pi compile on a Pi. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, ooh. Canada in the house. What's up, Steven? Efog. And of course, Pyrus. What you up to, man? All right, let's go do a reboot. Let's see what packages this grabbed. I think we just got the core packages. It should be that. We will need to set up a few other things, but I think like dependencies and all that other stuff should be fine. So, let's go ahead and perform a reboot. And reboot. Oct! Switzerland in the house. Man, I want to go to Switzerland. Such beautiful... I mean, the pictures look amazing. Beautiful countryside. Same with Portugal. It's getting hot here in Texas. So, like, I'm, like, in the mood. I was like, man, I'd love to go somewhere that's not hot. Yesterday, it got up to 90 Fahrenheit and the 30 Celsius. And it was muggy. Real muggy. Ugh. Nasty. After I ended my stream, I went and worked out, and I just died. All right. So here's our login screen. The desktop. We got our nice little Matrix-esque loading screen here with the plasma on the top, powered by. Yeah, Hyperland's not in any shape to be working on an ARM system just yet. It's relying on Wayland, and Wayland on Pi is hot garbage right now. You got to remember it's lagging behind by a considerable margin. We might be able to get by with doing like a SID release, or maybe even like an Arch spin, possibly here in the future. I think we could probably make a Hyperland spin of some sorts, but not today. Not yet. You know, I want to change this right here. That doesn't look quite right. Let's configure virtual desktops. I think we can just add rows instead of columns, and this is going to be should fix this a little bit. And then when we refresh, let's just do a log out and then log back in. And I want to say that should make the virtual desktop not take up so much on the taskbar. Just come by Europe, yeah. Denmark. I went through Denmark. I had a huge layover when I visited Sweden and Denmark. Still didn't do it. Well, man, what in the world? Let's see. Got virtual desktops. Yeah, the panel. Show alternatives. Let's see. Switch between. I like pager. Okay, so configure pager. And then for this, I think maybe because I kind of like it showing application icons. That'd be kind of neat. Navigation wraps around. That should work, but it does not. All right. I'm going to leave that for now. I don't know why that necessarily is not working. Because you see how these are stacked to the side? That should actually be on top of each other because I put them as rows. It's just not. Configure pager vertically or horizontally. I just like it a little better when it's horizontal. Yeah, Hyperlin has a good Arch-based thing. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of Arch, and supporting Arch on a system is kind of a nightmare. From a maintainer point of view. When I make like a Debian spin like this right here for Titus Pi, I know it's going to be good 2 years from now. Titus Pi using Arch-based system, well, key rings will break. Package signing's kind of garbage on Arch, and then you got to worry about can't even make the upgrade. 6 months, a year later, probably not. It's probably going to be a nuke and pave kind of situation. So, KDE pager vertical instead of horizontal. So that's the only thing, and not to hate on Arch very much. There's really it's great for tinkering and learning, but when it actually comes to having a really stable system, it's not my first choice. All right, pager. Right click on it, pager settings, number of rows, desktop grid, system settings, configure layout mode. Okay. So this is actually in system setting for the desktop grid. Let's go. System settings? Come on, system settings. Here we go. And what would they put that? Desktop effects. Okay. It's been a while since I used KDE, so I was like, I know what kind of theming I want to do, but it's sometimes just finding it. Desktop effects. Okay, let's look for pager. Right here, we'll just put that over there, put this over here, and desktop grid should be in here. Let's just type grid. Yes. Perfection. Configure button. What is that? Oh, OpenSUSE rolling release. I need to revisit it. It's been a long time for me, so I really need to go back to it. But I liked OpenSUSE. I really liked how they themed. They were like one of the very first to really theme out the grub loader and make it their own. Let's go configure button. I don't see that. Where are you? Configure button. Let's control F8. Huh. Layout mode, custom. What's that do? Let's do automatic. What's that give me? Nothing. Huh. Desktop name. Nope. Border width 10. I'm fine with that. It's just So it says right click, go to configure pager. In pager settings, it should have something, but I don't see anything. Have to go navigation wraps around, maybe? Nope. Let's search pager here. Maybe there's something on here. Okay, still nothing. Okay, it does look like it didn't keep our rows, so maybe I didn't like hit apply. That couldn't have been it. Huh. Let's get rid of that anyways. Close it. Reopen maybe. We've had some weird issues on the setup here where it's just like, what? Why is that giving me problems? Welcome to Linux. ARM-based Linux is way more Wild West feeling than traditional desktop, or maybe I'm just more comfortable with desktop than the ARM-based. It does feel a little more limited though. Let's go pager again. Just does not like keeping that. That's so strange. Desktop 2. Desktop 3. Desktop. Maybe it's something with, because just doing it like this should, but as soon as I do it, it just blanks out. I think it's a bug. I think we found another bug in KDE. Ah, hell. Because there's no reason for that. Yeah, it's a bug. Something with virtual desktops, we might be able to like hard code it or something if we really, really wanted to. It's not that big a deal. It's just a nice to have. Let's check to see if we have any updates. So odd though, right? Crazy. Like, why? Why is that? We're looking good on our updates. Let's change our background. I think I actually had something in Titus Pi. I do remember having like a custom background. We could take that and kind of morph it into our own too. But I might not have put the background in here maybe. Let's see if it's in theme. Don't think I did. Well, maybe it's in wallpapers. Yeah. Okay, that was it. Perfect. Let's download that guy. We'll just save that image. We'll put it in pictures. Oh, we don't have a pictures photo. Pictures. And maybe a new one, call it BG. Save that. All right. And then I want to say we could just go ahead and push this. Yeah, I mean, 22H2, man. Like I said, I mean, occasionally, I bet the next release will be a little bit better. It's just, that one was a bit of a rough go. No. Microsoft has a lot of swing and a miss. But that's okay. Like, I always tell people this. I always have to remind myself not to get too aggravated with Microsoft. I've literally made over $1 million off of them because, well, without them, I wouldn't have a career. I wouldn't have made money doing the thing that I love, which is computers. So thanks, Microsoft, for not making a very good product for 20 plus years and giving me tons of work. because at the end of the day, all my certifications are in Microsoft, and people usually would hire me for Windows Server type things. Occasionally, some Linux stuff mixed in there, like I did Asterisk boxes and telephony work in Linux, but a lot of it was more Active Directory and managing Windows servers for business. All right. All right. And also, heck, even on YouTube, some of my most popular videos is like debloating Windows or removing viruses from Windows. What else do we want to add to here? So let's test out Emulation Station next, I think, is what we do. Let's do that. I want to say Emulation Station. That looks pretty good. So that does pull up pretty good. Still want to see about that script. Let's go into our scripts and see if we look at this. Let's just make them all executable. Let's move Emulation Station Desktop. Ooh, actually, did that put it in here? Does not look like it did. I don't see games. Let's see what we got. Emulation Station. RetroPie Emulation Station. ES Run. User bin Emulation Station. TTY Echo. So I think we're going to move Emulation Station to, actually, let's make directory to path. We'll just call this home.local applications, and then probably also home.local/bin, and then we can move Emulation Station to .home.local applications, and then move actually, let's do a listing. We'll move these to .local and bin. Now, the one thing I'm not sure about, let's echo our path. Do we have .local bin here? We do. So that is looking mighty good. So if we do a log out and then log back in, we should have it in our desktop. Yeah. So Diet Pi is another spin. The idea with this is to make something very performant on a Pi with multi-purpose, so almost like a desktop replacement that also serves like some of the stuff we like Pis for. Specifically, emulation is one of the big things I love Pis for. That's why I'm kind of tweaking this a bit. Did we get it? Emulation Station. Don't see it on here. Maybe it did not read that. Let's try it from KRunner. Emulation Station. Nope. All right. KRunner didn't have it. So that did not pull in from our .local. Oh, I'm a goob. Let's move applications. Oh, let's go into .local. Let's move applications to share. Yeah. There we go. Hey, Zor, I'm glad you like it, man. Well, the problem with GNOME is it's a little too heavy for a Pi. When you get GNOME and its animations and a lot of how it manages its extensions through the web browser, it falls flat on its face. Nobody would ever use GNOME in a lightweight scenario. You can quote me on that one. I am 100% certain on that. You're just not going to get the performance from GNOME. So let's go emulation station. Categories. Put this in gaming. Games. Yeah, and that's not to throw any shade on GNOME too. GNOME is a great, like a lot of their tool set you'll see me use. Like the Nautilus file browser from GNOME. Oh, it's one of my favorites. It's clean, works really well. Gedit, I like Gedit. I still use Gedit a lot when I want. Like I said, a lot of the aesthetic of the GTK tool set is amazing. And then what else do I like from GNOME? There's stuff I like from every single spin, even though I throw shade at like either Arch or a desktop environment. All those different spins. There's things I like about each one. All right, so we got the bin, we got that. I think that should be good. Why is that? Let's yank this. Let's paste that up there. I feel like that should be the name as well. I think this desktop one was done right. Okay, now we're good. Let's see if it calls it right in. Games? No. Well, I try not to be arrogant, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Zor. A lot of times, you get caught up in stuff and things come out wrong, especially for me. I'm not great with that. I'm sometimes a lot too forward or too blunt in every aspect of my life. So it's not just when Doc and Tech. A lot of times I'm just like, what's the shortest point to make? Let me just say that and be done. All right, let's log out, log back in, try this. And then we should have it from the start menu, but then I want to try to see if the TTY Echo works. That is a special one. C# project's coming along great. Thursday stream's going to be that. Thursday stream will start a little later, around noon. I'm not going to do it early just because I have to repair some stuff here at the house. Yeah, it gets me in trouble. It gets me in trouble sometimes being a little too blunt. Games? Nope. Oh, nope. Lost and found. There it is. So I guess the category was incorrect. Let's see if it launches. So this should switch it to TTY, dump the existing thing and launch emulate station. This should get you like an extra 20-30% performance than if we just launched emulation station directly from the GUI from KDE. So switching to a TTY and launching it over here usually is a good thing. However, this isn't working, so let's come back. Not so much. What would cause that? Probably, let's change the CVT TTY we use. Let's use 2 instead of 1. Let's launch our terminal and edit that. I want to say we can just change ES run. So this is TTY1, and we're changing to that. Let's change this to 2. Because I think 1's being used on startup on the Pi. Let's start that. Let's look at TTY Echo. Oh, no, that's a bin. It's compiled. All right. Let's try this one more time. So now we're on 2, but we're not going to have a launch. I think it's that TTY Echo. We probably need to update that. It has been like 3 years, so. Definitely YouTube. Like, it doesn't make any sense on Twitch for growth or monetary reasons. Twitch, the only reason I stream over here is just so I can work on my projects, really. Easier way to learn like programming and those types of things as well, because chat will give me feedback in real time. Same with projects, like people like, oh, I don't like that, or they'll mention something as I'm building it. And since I'm doing it anyways, it just makes sense to live stream it. And then the hope is to make something that someone would like to pay like $5 or $10 for, and then you make the money back that way, maybe. Or make enough money, I think, is probably the better way. If your sole purpose is to make money, just stay on YouTube. Do the YouTube hamster wheel. That's the best yield for sure. Twitch is terrible with money, but it's not awful. I mean, it's like I shouldn't say terrible. It's better than nothing. But yes, no. I mean, it's not something. Nobody goes from YouTube to Twitch. That's not a thing. What am I looking for? Probably TTY Echo. Let's try GitHub TTY Echo. Let's look this up again. All right, send commands or data to other terminals. That's what we want. And this was 7 years ago. Yeah, and the one thing I love about Twitch too is the chat. The chat is so much better. Oh my gosh. Just like the emojis, the speed of it. I love that it's an IRC backend. Oh, the actual streaming itself is so much more chill over here, which I appreciate. All right, here's another TTY Echo. This one's from 3 years ago. Looks like it was written in C. There are no releases, so we'd have to compile it, it looks like. Send commands from another console to another and execute it. Might be useful when debugging or dealing with remote. This is actually how I was doing it. This is just the binary file. I guess we could do like a GCC and then compile this C project. How big is it? It's probably not that big. 85 lines. Yeah. We might just recompile TTY Echo. Oh, I need to get some water. Thanks, dude. Dude, no. Let's see here. Why not use an Ansible? I use Ansible when situation calls for it. Ansible's more for like automation for setup. Raspberry Pi has a really cool image, and you can easily distribute it, and it auto expands and all that goodness. Okay. Gaming. Well, stick around. Well, there's still a lot to do today. I don't know if this is going to be the solution. The TTY Echo is something I kind of... Let's see if there's another one. This is, I think, the original author. Send commands. I think this is the... Oh, this is mine. Oh, I did compile it. That's hilarious. I don't know if anybody else does this. I feel like sometimes I'm a crazy person, but I usually do stuff and then I forget about it like a year or two later. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I did compile this, and I did. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Set UID. Can be a security risk. Let me think. Oh, that's true, Jax. Yeah. I haven't used Ansible in a while. That is a great point there, Jax. I'm just trying to think of a best way to do this through a console. Ansible might be it, but it seems like overly complex for what I'm trying to do. I mean, I guess maybe not, because it would be a one-liner. Let's take a look. Are you gonna be the Primogen for the Halloween tour? Yeah, man. I need to learn Rust first, though. That'd be great. Pop in on old Prime. Dude, he is killing it on Twitch, though. Talk about... He's an inspiration, man. He is the Dr. Disrespect of tech. When it comes to live streams, I don't think there's anybody better in tech that does a better tech live stream than Prime. Oh, let's see. I want to say we should be able to shoot this over there, but can't remember why I did it this way. There was a reason why, and that's what I'm sitting here just kind of... It's just the same thing. Same thing. And I want to say just doing it like a dev. What was that command? Let's cat the .local bin and see why I was doing it this way. Let's do ls of dev. Yeah, there's a lot of TTYs. We could also go to a higher TTY that's completely off the map. I'd be curious. I don't know if I want to do that, but let's take a look at ownership of this too. All right, let's try it. Let's try it, Jax. Let's see what that does with Ansible. Yeah, this is a bash script right here, the ESRun. Chris, why isn't sudo asking for a password? Sudo cat ESRun. I think that's by default on Pies, isn't it? Let's see. Let's just start a new one. No. I think I was doing that. Maybe. I think that's something. I guess that's emulation station on the install. Let's see. You know what it is? I know. I'm such an idiot. All right, this is working. It's actually doing exactly what I told it to do. That's what I love about computers. They always do what you tell it to do, but I think we might be missing something in User bin. Is emulation station even here? Yeah, maybe. Oh, jeez. Okay, I didn't think there was that much in bin. Yeah, emulation station's in user bin. Interesting. Yeah, there must be a no passwords option. Yeah, we can just do, oops. Let's just cat that just so you guys can see what are we doing? Oh, no. Not password WD. It's cat etc sudoers. So we have sudo all, root all. That's interesting. That's actually not a no password. Oh, okay. Allow any group of sudo to execute. I bet we're part of the group. Sudo. Yeah. Yeah. Installed Gentoo on a live stream. It's been a year or two since I did that. We did it a while back. Yeah, I'd really want a really powerful machine. If I had like a 5950X or something, so we don't just sit here and put everybody to sleep with the compile process on Gentoo, I totally would do it again. It's just when you get to the compile, it's just like, is it done yet? It's like when we compiled Emulation Station yesterday. Yeah, LFS install. Yeah, emerge I think is what they use for a lot of the packages in old Gentoo. Gentoo is still, you know, a lot of people don't realize that Chrome OS was built on Gentoo. And then Gentoo is used in a lot of point of sale stuff, like when you're going to, let's say, an ice cream parlor or something like that, and it has a whole bunch of LEDs up there with menus. Typically, a lot of those are built in Gentoo because you can strip down the kernel and then push out stuff and have a real minimal setup. You don't have to build the entire Linux kernel. You can build a portion of it, just what you need. So Gentoo is great for modular design. Using it as a desktop, really, that's only for tryhards. There's no point other than to say, I'm using Gentoo. Ah, thanks, Kat. That's why I was a little bit late starting the stream, was getting a haircut. I was like, ooh, I need to get a haircut. I'm looking shaggy. All right. What should we do? Let's see. So emulation station's not popping up here. And if we just do an alt space, emulation, that's just going to launch the emulation station, pop it over to here. Okay. Which is fine. How's it going, user? Let's try the Ansible command. You know, oh, do we have... I was going to say, let's use Chat GPT. You know, I like Chat GPT. Let's try... Oh, no, I got to sign in. I'm not going to sign into this box because of that. Ansible command for switching to TTY and starting program. And I think earlier in the stream, someone mentioned too. Emulation. Oh. I think that's... Oh, yeah. This is fine, but you're talking about the desktop file, which is in share application emulation station. Emulation. No, no, no. It's there. What are the categories? Let's put this in the right category. KDE menu categories. What are the categories? No. Category associations. What are the defaults? I thought there was a games. Game. It's just game. Okay, well. Good to know. There we go. Just game. Like that. And then when you pull up the menu, it should be game. Bam. There's emulation station. Still need to fix the icon. And then obviously the launch of it. What do we want to do for the launch? Do we really need to switch to TT? Let me look at it. Let me see if this is still a thing. Maybe this was something I did 3 years ago and probably don't need to really work. This looks something kind of like what I was doing. But I'm pretty sure you don't want to launch emulation station on top of it. Look at this solution. That's an interesting solution. You know what? I bet somebody has a better script than what I wrote. Let's see what we have. Emulation station script for starting on KDE. Let's see. Doesn't really matter on KDE. Want to say we want to do that. Use GameScope. GameScope's new, but that's Wayland, I believe. Let's just double check. GameScope, I believe, did that, right? Compositing window manager. Ooh, that's interesting. This is what the Steam Deck uses with GameScope. But this is obviously launched from a Wayland environment. Oh, before the last... yeah. Was that it? It just has a typo the whole time? Let me see. Sorry, chat. I'm having a little bit of an off day. Emulation station. I think that's right. Is it not? It's one way to check. Oops. Steam Deck's been that way since time was time, really. Since its launch. Let's just go 1, 1. That's actually technically what it should be. And this launches right into it. Maybe I don't need to do it. I swear there was a time where I did. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's see. Let's try this out. No. Do I have another controller? 1 second. Great. Got it. Cool. Oh, the desktop? Yeah, it doesn't matter right now. We can look at it, but I think it's launching just fine from the desktop. I'll fix that typo. Alright, let's see if we can't. See if the old Xbox gamepad is released. Alright. Alright, cool. D-pad up, down, left, right, start, select, A, B, X, Y, left shoulder, right shoulder. Left analog up, down, up, nope, wait, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, oops, right, oopsies. I think I need to redo that. I mixed up my hotkeys. Let's go menu, configure input. All right. Let's try that again. Left thumb, right thumb, left up, left down, left right. Okay, there we go. VR limit. Let's see. Let's go 250. Anything else? Let's go ahead and show our frame rates. Guess we could toss some sounds on here. Let's see. Scraper. Audio, Bluetooth, RetroArts. Okay. I don't know. This might be okay. I guess let's, what game should we test? I guess let's set up our sharing. Let's do that. I want to say I did a little Samba tutorial a while back. We're just going to copy that. That should be easy to set up our ROMs. And then we'll just pop over to our desktop and throw some ROMs on there. See what that looks like. We do need to optimize this for the Raspberry Pi does a terrible job on YouTube. But there is an what was that plugin called? Pi YouTube plugin. Can't remember what it was called. It made it so you could watch like 720p YouTube. I think it was video extension. Yeah, there we go. What's this? No thanks. RPi YouTube. Firefox. Does Firefox have an extension? I'm a big Firefox user. Libre Alexa actually a pretty good oh my gosh. One thing we gotta get. Let's get some mute block going on here. What are we? Cavemen? Who doesn't use an ad blocker? Masochist, that's who. Alright. Perfect. Alright, let's go RPi YouTube. I want to say an enhancer for YouTube's not it. HD, no. I know enhancer does some stuff, but I don't think it's gonna quite do what we need. I think it was an actual encoding. That's it. That was what I'm looking for. Thank you, expert. Live up to the username there. H264. Yep. I am. It's like, I know it's here. I just can't remember it. All right, cool. So now if we go Chris Titus Tech. Let's go here. Let's go to search. I think just Samba should get me there, right? Yeah, how to set up file sharing in Linux. That's an oldie. Was that 4 years ago? Whoa, I look tired as hell. Oh, this is great. All right, let's do SMB on this guy. Hey, PSI, how you doing? SMBD, actually. It might be Samba, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Is it? I think it's Samba. Yeah. I don't know why it's the change. There's also a change between Fedora and Debian. I always mix them up. The system D service is either SMBD or SMB, depending on your system. I want to say Debian's SMBD and then Fedora is just SMB. I could be wrong. Let's see here. Yep, SMBD is Debian. Yes, I ate before the stream. Had a good... I tried something new today for breakfast. I tried steel cut oatmeal. It takes forever to make. And it kind of doesn't taste all that great either. So, yeah, I'm not sold on it. But apparently it's good for fiber and some other stuff. So, maybe like once a week I'll mix it in. All right, let's go and edit our file. What was that? Let's just vim it. Samba. smb.comp. Cool. Let's just erase the whole thing. And we're gonna make it super simple. Test parm at the end here. Alright, cool. Let's call this ROMs. Should we put this in a ROMs folder? Read only guest. Nope, nope, nope. 755. It's fine. Worst group, Titus. Alright, let's add that. Let's go global. What do I do? Oh man, look at this subnet. That's wild. This is a good way to, I mean, it's not great, but we're gonna do it even worse. Y'all are gonna be like, damn it, Titus. Security holes everywhere. I mean, it's fine. We're gonna do an 8 octet for that. That's basically anything in 10 is gonna be allowed. We might actually add another one. Let's just make all the local ones there. I think I can do a comma. Let me look at the syntax here. Red. Oh, I love it. OnlyFans, yeah. Maybe when I don't have my day job anymore, I'll use it to supplement my income. smb.com by example. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Host allow. Oh, that's an interesting. Look at that syntax. They're not specifying like an octet or anything. It's just like, screw it. Here you go. Wild. This host allow. Isn't that strange? I mean, I guess if that's the, it's not exactly how I'd do it. I mean, I guess it works. If it works. It just seems odd. An odd syntax choice for networking. But who am I to judge? Yeah. I love NFS Nader. It's my favorite. Although I would say when you set up iSCSI with multipathing and link aggregation, that's pretty sexy too when it comes to network throughput. I still think in a proper setup, iSCSI can beat out NFS every day of the week. It's just most people can't get that all set up right. Gentleman, thanks for the sub. Thanks for the prime. Oh, jeez. Let's see here. Let's test parm. Yeah, that looks good. So if we do an IPA, you can see we're 44 is that. Let's just system CTL restart SMBD. Okay. So our ROMs now are set up through Samba. Should be good. Let me turn on my other computer. Oh. It's like to say, oh no, I pushed the button and then it didn't come on. I was like, oh crap. What was that? Beep, 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 beep. That's video. That's a video issue. Oh. Yeah. All right. Did that work? Got anything? What BIOS? Asus. I swear, Asus motherboards can. They suck. You need to stop buying Asus. They must have been running a deal. I always avoid them. Yeah, you gonna give me a signal now? You better. You better. Yeah, that's what I thought, Asus. Oh, man. I mean, they're not terrible. They're just not very good motherboards is all. Not my first choice. I'm going to try and flip back. I think we were having problems with the Pi registering the proper resolution, and then we were just left with a black screen. It looks like that's still the case. Sad face. Why doesn't that work? Yeah, I used KDE PSI. I sure did. The only my main gripe with Asus motherboards is one, video detection. If it doesn't, you don't have an HDMI cable plugged in, they error out and don't post. Like every other motherboard posts just fine. It gives you that one long beep followed by 3 short beeps. That's usually always video issue. Just means you don't have an HDMI plugged in or a display port. And then the other thing is Armory Crate from Asus. The BIOSes are needlessly large, and they like to put bloatware on systems. So you have to go in, disable Armory Crate. I mean, again, all these things are really easy. It's just little gripes for Asus. It's not like they're like you're disadvantaged in any way from performance. It's just, again, not my first choice. That I think, well, I think AS Rock is probably the worst. I don't know. What do you guys think in chat? Which one do you hate the most? Oh, let's get our ROMs over there. We'll go ahead and plug everything back up after. Wait, did that not boot? No, it's on. What the hell? Is my switcher going out? I think my switcher's going out. We'll just turn it off and turn it back on. Give it the old IT fix. Hey! Thanks so much for the Tari. Thank you so much for the sub there. Bam! Perfect timing for the boot. All right, let's get it. Let's get it now. Oh. Yeah, I bet you it was that. Bam. A different fan control software to replace Armory Crate? Oh. I don't do any of that in it. I usually just set it all in BIOS and then I don't mess with it. I can show you my BIOS settings after. What's going on here? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. All right. What's wrong with just using a fan curve? Why do you need to adjust it on the fly is probably the better question there. Fan control's okay. But I get that's my main question, I suppose, is why? Why do you need to change it after setting it all up? All right, let's see what we have. I think I have. Yeah, where did I put that? Was it? I think it's games. ROMs. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's grab a couple of these. Moose, thanks for the prime. What do we test? I think we grab NES. N64, I remember someone saying not great. And we'll grab those. Yeah, that should be fine. Do we try PlayStation? What's in PlayStation? Silent Hill, Spyro, Vagrant Story, Legend of Mana, Final Fantasy VII, best game ever. Yeah. I think we try it. Let's try and mount this real fast. Let's just go. We have... No, I think I have SIFs on here. Let's double check. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I didn't have SIF Shuto. I was like, yeah, I don't really use Samba very much. At least not at home. Not when I can help it. All right, let's mount. Let's do a TLDR mount. All right, mount. I think we can just do, is it SMB? And then something like... I don't think that's it. That doesn't look right to me. Why does TLDR not have a example Samba mount? I guess I can try it through Thunar. Let's go to browse. Okay, function not supported. Ah, dang it. Let's go type. Yeah, that is better. Sifs. Path. I think that's right, but we'll see. ROMs. Target MNT. Something like that. I don't have to do this. Well, I don't need to do this in a... I should be able to just do a one-off mount of an SMB drive, but... Can't remember. Alright. I am missing something here. Let's just pull that up. Oh, SMBFS? Is it? Really? Yeah, unknown file system type, SMBFS. CIFS should be what you need. Oh, okay. I think what we'll do is actually do Titus at... Does that work? Oh, no. Alright, yeah. Root. Error, no such file or directory. Let's just try to... What about this? Nope. Alright. SMBFS. Oh, I think that's obsolete. Yeah, CIFS util is what I've always been using. I was about to say, Jax. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's not right, but alright, let's try it out. That's funny. No, we can just do a man of CIFS. CIFS utils. Well, I thought we could do them. All right, let's try man mount dot CIFS. There we go. So mount dot CIFS. Oh, I think we're using. I got you. We can do the creds. Okay. I think we'll just do a TLDR of mount.cifs. No. Damn it. All right. Example. Okay, I'm not crazy. Well, I'm a little crazy, but see, I was doing the proper format. Let's see, is there any other examples? No. All right. So how close were we? Let's look. Mount T cifs // So I was really close. Let's go options. Username equals Titus. Password equals 1234. Did I mess that up? User. Oh, maybe I just maybe it doesn't have password because you shouldn't do password in plain text. But I do have an ultra secure password, so. Invalid argument. Oh, need. Finally, goodness. No, still problem. Let's see. Yeah, mount sift command. All right, mount dot sifs. That is a command. Command not found. Yeah, mount dot sifs does not exist. Really? What are they saying? I have sys utilities, so I don't know why this is. It's like something I've done like literally 1,000 times. What? I already have the dependencies. Did I install it like after? No. What about sudo? Oh, sudo it. Oh my gosh. That's just embarrassing. Just don't. That was, yeah, that was special. Let's go user, Titus. Oh, come on. So the mount command and that is working. It's just our Pi is not. Really? Let's try it on Windows. Nah, drummer. We're just on old Raspberry Pi today. I need to update the old Titus Pi project, and then next Monday we're gonna do the Orange Pi. That's gonna be the eMMC that I'm doing on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna just see if it shows up on like Windows, Samba sharing. You know what I'm thinking it might be? It might be SMB defaulting to like 1.0 or some crap instead of doing like a Samba 2 or Samba 3. So if we look on here, no, 10.0.44. Oh, nope. That is not what I wanted. 10.0.44. Okay, and then if we look on here, cancel. I bet you it'll fail because we're using like an old version of SMB. I don't think I specified the version, and for some odd reason, SMB defaults to like old versions. Okay. It's there. Here, I'm gonna just reboot it. Yeah, I mean, NFS, we would be done. I should have just set up an NFS. Oh, but it's for everybody else. Everybody else uses SMB. Nobody uses NFS. The normies don't use NFS, even though they should. You should be using NFS if you don't. If you create Samba shares on your home network. I'm not judging, but do better. That's all I'm saying. Oh, JCF. I don't think we did create the directory. Oh, we didn't create the directory, y'all. Yeah, that's why. Darn it. All right. This one. Whoa! Primogen, what's up, man? Prime is in the house. Holy crap. What'd you raid with? Like 2,000 people, dude? Trying to kill me over here. And I just broke my chat. Well, that's why. Well, let me close the portal. Oh, jeez. My password's way more secure than root, guys. It's the tried and true 1234. Yeah. Just look at my casual server rack. Yeah, we just casually have that just back there. We got, you know, Lasbox, couple computers. I used to have, actually, it was regular ones, but they're too damn loud, like the actual server. So I was like, whatever. I just threw a couple shelves in it. Became a display piece. But used server racks, you can totally get anywhere. All right, back to it. Right now, fill everybody in that just came on the raid. We're creating a new Raspberry Pi distribution. Last Thursday, if Prime's still in chat, I did start learning programming again. I picked up C#. I know you would have preferred Rust, but baby steps. C# I needed to for a couple utilities, so I started programming again. Usually on Thursday streams now is where I'm programming, but right here, this is going to be the new Raspberry Pi distro I'm creating with like Emulation Station, so we can do some fun stuff and have something that doesn't look like garbage. Because when you look at like Raspberry Pi's base distro, it's awful. Just, ugh. Just gross. See hashtag. I know Prime would make fun of me for that, but that's okay. That's okay. We all got to start somewhere. And watching me like crawl around the first couple days in C# was pretty hilarious. All right, let's grab our ROMs folder. We'll fix this up, and then we'll have some gaming on our old Pi. And I think, yeah, right now we have workspaces all set up properly. And we'll create a ROMs directory. We're just going to call that ROMs. Close that out. Launch into our terminal. Yeah, a lot of people use Diet Pi. There's a lot of really good Raspberry Pi spins. Just nothing that looks very good. Nothing that looks like sexy. And is still snappy. Like this. I love this. So let's just cat etc sn samba smb comp. All right, here's what we're using, and we have that. So if we go systemctl restart smbd, we should have our folder hit from our other Windows box. So this looks good now. And just to make sure, we should have our ROMs folder, Titus with access. Yeah, all that looks good. I think we're good now. We'll force it into this group. So then anywhere on my standard one. Now I was just telling everybody, use NFS, don't Samba. But since we're giving this out to the world, we're going to use Samba because that's what the world uses, because they just don't know any better. But you should know better. NFS is what you should use for your home network. Unless you like have a lot of people in your home or something crazy. Ah. Or SMB, whatever you want to call it. Alright, back to this system. Let's hit our folder again, and it should come through this time. How are you building your own distro? I used Raspbian Lite as the base, so it's not really like LFS or anything. I'm not doing it from scratch. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We now have our Raspberry Pi over here. We'll go ahead and toss this over here. And we're gonna just grab some ROMs. Now, I, of course, legally sourced these ROMs and did it the proper way. True story. Oh, let's go here. We're just gonna get a few ROMs. We'll grab Super Nintendo. Do we want to try PlayStation 1? It's probably gonna be garbage on the Pi. We'll just grab these guys. Oh, the Matrix server rack, yeah. I still love this one. Like when we look at it, check out this. What is it? Mihu. If you guys don't know Mihu, this one's pretty dope. Let's grab System 47 is one of the old ones. They have like an old SCR. But here's an RPi Rios build. You could just toss this on a Raspberry Pi and yes. Let's go ship map. I mean, it is kind of cool, right? I mean, if you're a Star Trek fan, I'm telling you, this is just neat. I love messing around with this. But Mihu, I always like to give this guy a shout out anytime I can. He makes some like fantastic like emulations. You got Starfield 47 and just some really neat. It's hard to do it, Justin. Let me slow it down for a second. So yeah, it's a fun one. Fun. Enjoy it. God, look at those beautiful SMB speeds. 10 megabytes a second. Hold on to your seat. Gosh. All right. Here we go. And we'll try this out on reboot. We're just grabbing some Super Nintendo games. Probably start out with the greatest game ever made in the history of gaming. We'll see. All right, so we have this now. We'll switch it up. Here. I'm gonna bust this cheap Amazon screen one of these days. But now we are ready for some game and action, hopefully. Mario Paint? Get out of here. No, man. You're gonna know it. You're gonna know it as soon as I launch. You're gonna be like, yes, that is the best game. Actually, I need to redo the shortcut. But we're gonna test it out, running it off of KDE, and then also test it out from using TTY or console outside of our desktop environment. Let's see what we got. On topic, do you think Linux admins are still in demand, or is the job market moving towards admins that don't specialize in one OS? It's going to be one OS. It's going to be, you're going to need to know all of it, depending on what you're looking for. Like if you want to get a job in IT, I say you need to learn at least Linux and Windows. Preferably Mac, probably toss it in there. Just, it's good to know. If you're dealing with end users, probably Mac as well. But Windows and Linux for sure. Like knowing Active Directory, almost every business still runs Active Directory. And for Linux admins, God, I mean, think of all the different things, like when it comes to telephony and VoIP. 10 years ago, I was setting up asterisk boxes for huge companies. Hell, like Facebook's mobile system I set up using asterisks, and it was CentOS based, CentOS 6, I think, at the time. It might have been 7. It was right on there. I think I did CentOS 6 and then moved to 7. But yeah, still needed most of it. Let's see. I think we need to set up our folders. What is our settings? It's been a while actually since I used Emulation Station. All right, let's go into here. Oh, configuration editor. I feel like the ROMs directory. All right, manually edit global configs. So we're doing like a retro arch stand-in on top of KDE. That's why I was like, I don't know how well this will play. Okay, I can't do the controller. No. Yeah, it would be nice to only do Linux, but sadly, we're not quite there yet. I agree with that. A lot of times Windows is pisses me off to no degree. But then again, I always remind myself I have a career because Microsoft's incompetent. So you really can't bash them. I gotta say thanks, Microsoft. If you made a really good product, I'd probably make a lot less money in my career. So we can't really bash Microsoft that much if you're in IT. You gotta just go, okay. All right, edit Samba shares. That should be. Is it the RetroPie setup? I think I put those ROMs in the wrong folder. We might have to adjust this configuration. Emulation Station. I don't know. That's not. Let's just launch into our File Explorer and take a look at it. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. I'm a big goob. All right, that's fine. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna merge these, just write it into it. Should be fine. And then let's adjust. Yeah, whatever. Let's just kill it. He looked like Swifty, but with more hair. I don't know who Swifty is. You know, when it comes to BIOSes and Linux suspension and Hibernate, it doesn't do very well with a lot of power features. I would say it does a lot better with power consumption and a lot of those sleep things with Intel chips. I've always had better luck with Intel chips, especially on most Linux systems. Let's go Samba. And what are we doing? Was it RetroPie ROMs? I think that was it. Oh, I need to put dot files in there. Sorry, yeah. If you type what's up, usually that'll get you the latest project I'm currently working on. Although we haven't done any commits on the RetroPie stuff. RetroPie, ROMs. All right, great. SMBD. All right, cool. That fixes that, and now when we go back to the emulation station, we should be good to go. Oh, he got that sucks, man. I know Asmongold's near me. think he's down in Austin, isn't he? I'm Dallas Fort Worth. All right, now we should be able to scrape and game collection settings, custom game collections. Nope. There should be a scan ROMs folder, I believe. But I am not seeing it. I guess we didn't set that up, but let's go into RetroPie config. Audio, Bluetooth. Probably be configuration editor. All right. These are additional options, but I know we had, I think, GBA in there. No? Let's look at the overarching file, see what we have. Does it have a ROMs folder in here? I feel like it's not grabbing or parsing the ROMs folder for whatever reason. Let's look at GBA. Custom game selections? Maybe. What is the serial port on the original NES? Ooh. It wasn't like DB9 or anything like that. It'd probably be... I don't know. I don't know. I just remember as a kid trying to blow into those damn cartridges when they wouldn't read. It was maddening. That's why I'm huge on emulation, because I was like, you don't have to deal with any of those problems. I guess we'll, you know what? Let's see if there's another option in here. If not, I'm just gonna look it up. We're gonna not waste time. RasPi config, that's just the stock system settings. RetroArch, that's fine. Net, install drivers, Samba shares. It was for gambling on the serial port. Okay. No, it's not it. And scraping's not going to do anything. All right. Let's check it out. Could it be a permissions issue? Maybe. Pull that up as well. What is the permissions on these folders? Mounted from dev root. If we look at terminal here, let's just do a long listing. No, that looks actually pretty good. N64. I remember we had a couple in, so oh no. Okay, yeah. SNES is there. So we did get some folders in there. And some from GBA as well, right? Guess it didn't copy all of them. But that's okay. We should at least have some of this. Yeah, they're in the correct folders. It's just not reading the directories. Let's see. RetroPie. Probably actually should do emulation station. Emulation station, read ROMs folder. Something doesn't find ROMs. I mean, this might point us in the right direction. Yeah, but the SNES should have some stuff in there. That's the thing, is I know there's files in there. And I also dropped them in GBA, NES, a couple others, just some files I have laying around, so that should be there. Yeah, this is useless, Reddit. Useless. Come on. Might just be faster reading the manual. Man. It looks like it loads it on startup, but it's just not grabbing that. Let's look at File Manager. Let's see what happens when we launch into it. Let's see. Game list, RetroPie. That's just the emulation station setup. So I put my ROMs like this. So that's where all the ROMs are, but it should still read SNES because that's here. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's okay. Let's see what we can do to parse this. I'm going to pull up Emulation Station. We'll fix our collection settings too, real fast, just to rule that out. In case it's like hard failing on like folders that don't exist. So you can see this is where the N64 ROMs are. We can just bring that back. Drop those in here. Delete this. NES ROMs. We'll just pop those over into here. Delete that. You know, for this being a Pi, it's moving pretty slick. I gotta say. It is moving pretty darn good. Was there any other... Oh, yeah, GBAs. Let's just grab a GBAs. All right. Move to trash. All right, great. And then if you go Emulation Station again, should read something. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we got that. It just wasn't reading. So the Super Nintendo directory is also wrong. Let's fix it and then we'll do a scrape. Actually, close some of that. So for Super Nintendo directory, it didn't read anything in here. RetroPie SNES directory. Let's pull up a browser for that. We're going to push this to Workspace 2. SNES RetroPie. It could be a permissions issue why it doesn't read it as well. ROMs folder is SNES, so that leads me to believe if we look in our permissions, maybe we'll get some funky permissions on the copy. Let's see. I don't really see anything wrong with that, but let's do a chown Titus. Well, I'll just do an asterisk. I don't see any difference there. I don't think that's it. Huh. Let's go back. See if there's any weird permissions on SNES over here. I don't see anything there, but we can just do another chown. Yeah, that'd be great. Get me on, Chuck. Yeah, that'd be great. Rogan's in Austin. What's the star at the end of the file? That's just a global wild card. So it's just saying take ownership of Titus, which typically, so how you're taught is it should be the user, then the group, which in this instance, it usually would look something like this. And then you would put like in SNES. And then when you do a listing, you would see under SNES, it's the user's group, Titus, and if you do groups, you should see your groups that you're in, which you do. Here's users. So this technically would be just the same. Let's do another emulation station. I'm not sold that. I still don't understand why Super Nintendo's not pulling it. That's like the one I want to use. Give me Super Nintendo. You. Turkey. Just not there. Alright, well, let's play an N64. Let's see if we have anything. Or let's just scrape these, I suppose. Scrape rating, scrape now. Filter. User decides conflicts off. Let's just power through this as fast as we can. Alright, that sounds good. Once this goes, it should go a little faster on the scrape. Probably. General use and retro gaming. So Joe, when it comes to the whole purpose of Titus Pi, it's mainly just to have almost like a alternate computer slash general purpose that also can do emulation. So then you can have all this stuff and then play. So let's... I can always stop the scrape too. I don't want to do too much here. Let's just come into here and try... What do you guys think? Super Nintendo or N64? We could try... Earthworm Jim would probably be a good test. I don't think we got sound. I didn't pipe the audio through HDMI. Probably Final Fantasy VI is originally what I was gonna do. I love me some Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, it'd be pretty neat. I think we're really almost on the precipice of like a new OS or something like that. I have zero controls here, guys. All right. Press start. But I don't have... Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, no. It could also be I'm using an Xbox One controller. We can switch that out to Xbox 360. All right, let's just close this. Let's try something else. Let's just try regular Nintendo. We'll go Zelda. Go classic. It did look like good frame rates there, though. I don't think I ever played Blackthorn. Alright, so this is not working at all. Huh. And obviously the controller's working. You know what? I have an old SNES controller we can use. I think the Xbox One controller might be a little too new for some of this stuff. Let's Here we go. Old Super Nintendo. That'll be perfect for us. Try this guy out. Wish this was like an 8-bit DO, but no, this is just a cheap Amazon special. But it should serve us pretty good. So, let's Okay. Oh, Hexen. I love that. Let's go. A. D-pad up. D-pad down. Left. Right. Start. Select. A, B. Select. Start. X, Y. Left. Right. And this is the kind of annoying part, is you have to hold all these to skip them. But not too bad. Yeah, we're going to see how the performance is. That's the one thing I'm kind of like, I don't know. Okay. So N64 is probably not going to be a no-go, but that's okay. From here, let's grab a Excitebike, man. That's classic. You know, I like Kung Fu too. All right, let's try Zelda again. See if it likes the SNES controller a little better. Oh, yeah. Well, I actually ended up hurting myself. I think a stream a while back, I was like a 5-hour long stream, and I did 115 pull-ups, and it basically broke me. So I temporarily have disabled a lot of the exercise stuff because I was just hurting. But as soon as I get better, I will turn those back on. And okay, so we're not getting any responses from controller input. This might be an issue with not using TTY. Let's launch it from TTY and see what happens. We're just gonna pop over to like TTY2. Do a login. Can you guys see that? See what happens on launching it over here. This looks like really pixely, but I'm thinking Emulation Station has issues running from like KDE or something like that. So let's just try and launch in. Console. So you're not actually in a desktop environment when you're running this. Yeah, the resolution's a lot worse. We can fix all that. I just wanted to see if this actually works. But I don't think so. All right. So that's not it. I'm going to remove this controller, go back to the Xbox. Hey, drink water. Man, I need to get my request back in order. Well, hello there. Yeah, probably something on YouTube. Although my YouTube's I haven't been keeping up with it too much lately. Been kind of taking a little bit of YouTube break, doing more Twitch live streams. Enjoy it a lot more, and I get to kind of tackle these interesting projects. The controller works on the menu, so this works just fine. So why is it giving me so many problems when we launch into the game? Let's try the setup. So basic install, manage. Let's do configuration and tools. Man, if we could get this just a tad bigger so you guys can see it, that would be great. Just a tad larger would be amazing. Let's go Emulation Station. Let's reset those folders. That might actually help. Configure Samba. Configure Wi-Fi. Bash welcome tweak. Don't care. Auto start emulator. Nope. Let's go to RetroArch. See what that looks like. I think we're fine. All right, so we've basically ruled out. We ruled out that it would be something with KDE interfering. So now we're gonna go back into KDE, try to launch Emulation Station again, because I'm not sold we really need to drop to console. That Thursday, Lux, is going to be when I'm coding in C# doing the Windows one-shot. I am starting that stream a little bit later than usual for the Windows one-shot C# programming session. That one's probably going to be around noon, maybe a little after, depending on what's going on. Have some house repairs I'm working on. So yeah, noon Central Standard Time is usually what I rock. So whatever that is, wherever you're at. Okay. So yeah, it'd be close to normal time, Lux. CST. So you're probably 12 hours ahead of me. All right, we got that. We got that. And let's launch emulation station again. Maybe it was the ROM directory permissions. That could be. Still don't have Super Nintendo. Let's just see if there's anything else in here. Let's go RetroPie setup again. I'm going to try and reset a lot of the permissions. I feel like something in there is jacked up, and this might fix this. And it could be that we're rocking 64-bit instead of 32-bit, which is not officially supported. But let's go configuration. Let's go RetroArch first. Nothing there. Audio settings, bash welcome suite. Nope, nope. Go here. Let's just set that to auto configure. Back out. Any Raspbian tools? No. Oh, what overlays you got, Joda? Yeah. Oh, I got you. You need to configure the controller in RetroArch. That's what I'm doing wrong. Thank you. Thank you, chat. That's totally it. All right, let's exit. I'm such an idiot. It's always something simple. Why is it always something simple when you're struggling with something and you're like, oh. So let's go RetroArch, launch into it, and then we should be able to map the controllers over there as well. It's kind of weird that it doesn't auto pull in, but I swear it did at one time, right? Maybe I'm misremembering. All right, settings. What is the setting for that? Okay, X to go forward. Input. Maximum users. Okay. Sure, let's try that. All right, go back. Z goes back. Configuration. BIOS files are only needed for like PlayStation 2, original PlayStation. Super Nintendo shouldn't need any BIOS files. I don't believe they had a BIOS requirement for those guys. Power management. Let's try configuration maybe. Let's go. Save configuration, quit. Okay. Go back one. See the core settings. Nope. Yeah, there is not a spot on RetroArch I see in here to do the controls. At least not that I see. Why is that? Not yet, Jalopy. We're working on breaking it. Right now, we're just trying to figure out why it's not reading the controllers on when I launch into a game. It could be an x64-bit or 64-bit incompatibility. That's true. That's going to be kind of a sad face. Oh, port 1. Oh, okay, sorry. Just saw the chat now. All right, let's go RetroPie setup or RetroArch again and go back into config. I don't know. We're about to... I have the things up for us to test. So we're going to go into input. You guys said port 1 controls. Okay. So analog to digital, set all controls. All right. B button, Y button, select button, start button, D-pad up, down, left, right, A button, X button, L button, R button. I think I messed one of these up. Hey, okay. That did work. That would work. So let's go B button. Y button. Okay, yeah. Let's just escape. I messed it up again. All right, B button. Down, left, select, start, D-pad up, B-pad up. Oh, no. Darn it. I'm fired. Fired. Okay. Now we're moving. We're cooking with gas now. It's just kind of... I wonder why those input didn't transfer from emulation station. I swear I didn't do this before, though. Alright. Here we go. Alright. B button, Y button. Select, start, up, down, left, right. A button, X button. Okay, there we go. That's good. Perfect. Quit. Should we save? Save current config. Then quit. And now we should be good. Now let's test our performance. Now in the upper left we have our FPS. Let's come over into N64 should stretch its legs a good bit. What do we have? Hexen, I think, as someone mentioned earlier. We could try out Hexen in here. We also have Legend of Zelda, too. Yeah, this is a Pi. So this is a Pi 4 gig model. So that should be decent, but we are running on top of KDE. So we'll go new menu, start, fighter, warrior. Go real bland with it. Yeah, N64 shouldn't play very well on it. We'll find out how bad. I've never played Hexen on 64 on a Pi. I think I've run Mario Kart, Super Smash, and some other ones. Super Smash probably would be the best to go with. Pi 4B, I want to say I got it for about 100 back when it first came out, but this is a 3D. Oh no, there it goes. Die. Oh. Oh man, this... I mean, it's responsive. Man, look at these graphics. Insane. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, that works pretty well. Need the green card key, just like Doom. Oh man, look at me. I'm just so good. All right. Let's hit the hotkey. Does our hotkey works? Start and select. Nope. Huh. Okay. We'll just quit. Let's try Super Smash. I think that would be a better, more fluid game. That was a kind of a rough port of Hexen, if you ask me. PlayStation 1 should be full speed. I think that might be. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm missing. Let's just go 1P. Oh, we'll do curb. OG Rainbow Six. Oh. I mean, for this being on KDE front end, it's not so bad. Oh, I can't run. I think I'm used to the Nintendo Switch one. Alright, pick it up. Pick up. Ah, there we go. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it does work on... Alright. Enough embarrassing myself. Moving out of that. Yeah, let's try in TTY. Ooh, AI upscaling. There are like Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Wii games. Oh, you'd be shocked at how good those can get with upscale. It's hard to play on the Wii, especially because a lot of the games were actually designed and have the capabilities to do a higher graphics. So you're better off emulating it than you are actually playing it on the real hardware. So like whenever I see someone like purists go, you have to be on the original hardware, I was like, you should try the Dolphin emulator, compare that to the regular Wii on the games, and it's night and day difference. Let's see. All right, so this does feel good. I think I'm going to leave this as is, and then we're just going to rework it a bit. Let me just... I like it. I think that's good enough. I think that's enough to where someone could pick this up. Everything's in its own spot. You got Retro Arch on there. We'll just need to make it a little more accessible for them. Yeah, Dolphin is amazing. It's by far the best emulator I've seen. So what we're gonna do here is go into our probably our local share applications, and we're gonna change out this guy, and we'll put this as It's already in games. We do need to get the icon emulation station PNG. Toss that in our RetroPie. Oh, they are adding it to Steam. That's awesome. I hope they charge a little bit for it, even like a couple bucks for Dolphin, and just put it on the Steam store. Those devs deserve it. They deserve at least a couple bucks. Emulation station icon. We're just gonna grab this PNG real fast. We're gonna grab this. Looks good to me. Save image as. And I think we have a RetroPie is where we put it. Emulation station.png, okay. All lowercase. And now, if we look under games, emulation station. So we have that in there. It's pretty hard coded, but you have our workspaces, emulation station. Let's launch into it. I feel good about it. Feel like this is a pretty good starting point for people. We're gonna just delete all these, and then they can just add those as needed. We don't want to ship my ROMs. That would be not legal. We'll empty our trash. Good. Now let's see how much space. I think we make the script. We'll shrink it down, make an image, and ship this. Unless someone thinks of something else I need to add to it. Let's go disk-free human. We're using about 8 gigs. Oh, I feel like we could clean that up a little bit. We could clean that image. What would we do? I usually just do it on like a smaller drive and then do it. Let's do it. I don't know, Chad, if you guys ever used, I'm not in Fedora, apt installed NCDU. It's actually pretty sweet little tool. Oh, it's already installed too. But we need to get this down to a little bit more manageable level. 8 gigs is a bit bigger than I want. Let's see if we can't clean up our disk usage a hair. Yeah, I'll show you NCDU. It'll change your life. Let's go sudo NCDU and we'll start from root. What this is going to do is it's going to go recursively all through our entire folder and then spit it all out in a nice little GUI on the CLI. So you can do this on servers you SSH into, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's a space issue. I just used it on a Synology box, actually. Obviously, I do a little bit more than what Synology offers, and I got in there and I gunked it up and installed a package that was kind of had the log files run amok. And those log files started bloating way up, and I was like, whoa, all right, what do we need to do here to clean this up? So we have 4 gigs, 2 gigs in there, lots in fonts and locale, docs, icons. Not too much there. Yeah, nothing there really either. So USR looks pretty good. Cache, archives. Okay, so we could clear our apt cache. We'll clean that up. What's home? NeoVim has 600 megs. What was I doing here? Yikes. All right. What's in that build directory? Oh. This is when I built NeoVim. You know what we're gonna do? Let's go into our build directory. Let's clean up some of these builds. GitHub. Remove NeoVim. Remove Twitch tools. Remove Debian Titus. And we'll remove RetroPie setup as well. So we only have bash, which is great. So then we do a sudo apt clean. Sudo apt. I want to say there was another tool to clean out apt as well. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. And then let's remove cache here. Cache. What else we got? Do we need NICs? Let's do an NCDU from here. Local share. Trash. Let's delete all that. Okay. Fonts. We can't really do anything with that. Mozilla. Oh, that's just our extensions. All right, fine. Now, we went from 8 gigs to about 6. Once we compress that, obviously it's going to be a bit less too. Is it really gone from trash? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Dolphin and see if there's anything in a trash folder. Yeah. No, trash is empty. NCDU. Let's go from the root again. Pull it back in. And we already established locale docs. I don't really want to mess with that stuff. Don't really want to mess with anything in our libraries either. var is only 600 megs, and yeah, we want to leave lists. That's not cache or anything, so that's fine. Depackage info. Log files. We do have 100 megs sitting in our journal. Let's just delete our journal and all its contents. Come back. Cache. We're just going to get rid of the cache folder too. All right. That's pretty clean. Let's give it a reboot. Just to make sure, see what gets populated, anything else, and then once this is done, we're going to shut down this Pi. We're going to ship it as is. We need to do, we'll pull it back into our regular desktop. I just want to make sure that we don't have any problems with boot. Maybe have some initial cache files that we take out here. And make sure we don't have any errors when we launch into certain programs. Yeah. The Samba server, that's all set up, so we should be good. When I made that Lux, I already thought that, so I went ahead and added all the Class C IP addresses. So 192.168 and all the corresponding IPs, 172 and all the corresponding IPs, and then also 10 dot, all the 10 dots. So all the Class Cs are in there. So anybody that plugs this in, the local network should be able to hit it. Do we want to do an auto login? I guess that's one of the final things to say. Would you prefer auto login on a Pi? I feel like you would, but that would definitely be very... I mean, you're not using a Pi to be secure. How's it going, Owen? So we were at 6.4, 6.5 gigs, and on reboot, we're at 6.3, which is good. Yeah, I say auto login. Let's auto login. We'll do it simple with just KDE settings. Startup shutdown. We'll do an auto. I think desktop session. No, login screen. Advanced. Auto login with Plasma. Apply. We should get a prompt. Yes. All right, perfect. One more reboot just to make sure we're good. They can steal the Pi, but I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's pretty easy to adjust. I don't think anybody's going to have any issues with it. You should be able to just take this and run with it. One last check on our disk space. And we are good. Nothing's changed. No problems with boot. We auto logged in. We're done. We're done with the Pi. Now, we need to shrink the image file. There's some other stuff we'll do. I'll show you. It'll be good. All right, our Pi. This is the old Pi we were working on. Just real basic. Nothing too flashy. We got pretty decent performance too. So we're in Windows right now. That's not gonna work. Love you, Windows, but I don't think this is gonna be the one to go with. Let's come back. You have a native box for development and VM for games. Why not the other way around? Right now, Lux, I was doing that. I actually do a dual box now, or dual boot. So when I'm doing development, usually I'm in Linux, but obviously with C# and those more Windows S things, I'm in Windows. But for development, I want access to hardware, a lot of things. Like when I get into here, I mean, Linux just feels so good, especially from a tiling window manager. You're just not going to get that same feeling from Windows. But not too bad. All right, so we have our LSB okay. Let's just do a DD. We'll do sudo DD. Input file will be dev sdf. Output file will be Titus Pi 2023. What is today's date? 04 2023.img. Let's do a block size of 1M. BS 1M. Status equals progress. And then we'll do a sync after this is done. Feel like that's good. Yeah, I have in a lot of my stuff too. It's like a lot of folks you're gonna watch on Twitch that are really heavy into development are just gonna have a really different way of doing things than me, because they come from a programming background. And I come from a sysadmin background, so almost all of my stuff is, hey, I'm doing rack and stacks or designing networks, those types of things, and system admin. So my setups are always kind of unique compared to your standard programmer. Not to say one way is better than the other. It's just this is kind of the way I enjoy working. And I always tell people too, make it your own. Whatever, there's no better feeling than, no matter what you're using, Linux, Windows, Mac, if you can make it your own and then fix any pain points you have, you're gonna just be much more efficient and faster. I think too many people look at, or like idle, like I'd say Prime is a good example, Primogen, in how he does a lot of his programming with NeoVim, tiling window manager, I believe, and some other setup. That's really good for him, but probably not good for you. And it's like finding that happy medium, and then instead of just getting comfortable, because if you just stay inside your comfort zone, you're probably going to be in Windows using VS Code and just kind of hang out there. It's best to try that workflow, figure out what you really like from it, and then try and bring it back into your workflow. And you just keep doing that over and over until you get the perfect workflow, so to speak. At least that's what I obsess over, is always trying other people's setups, other people's configs, and then pulling it down into mine, and then figuring out what I like, what I don't like. Yeah. And Windows is a pretty safe bet. Like, I don't chastise people for using Windows at all. Like that, you know, I think a lot of the Linux community is always like, ugh, you use Windows? Gross. Or a lot of people get in the habit of going, well, which one do you use? Mac, Windows, or Linux? And, you know, for me, they all do some things really well. It just depends on what those things are and what I'm doing. So right now I'm dual booting. For a while there, I was actually doing a lot of pass-through and more complex things with my Linux box, because I loved just being in Linux, but I still needed some stuff from Windows. So I was kind of going back and forth a bit. And it just, you know, I'm never satisfied. There's always improvements to be had. Yeah. You know, in Linux is really interesting. I've been messing around a lot with Steam Deck. I don't have it in here right now, but the Steam Deck's really, really interesting because it uses Wayland, it's a game scope, and it takes a lot of liberties that are really interesting to me. I think it's designed terribly when it comes to like an immutable arch system, but I see why they did it that way. They needed that bleeding edge. They needed those packages to really stretch the legs on Steam Deck, because stable Linux really just wasn't there. And I'm really excited about the future. Like, I can't wait a year or two from now when it comes to Linux and what it's capable of, because Valve did a great job with the Steam Deck, just making it so accessible and in putting something Linux lacks in almost every respect, and that's polish. The Steam Deck was polished. and almost no Linux product is polished. You know, there's just bad ports on that, and typically hobbyist projects a lot. So there's that's the one problem when it comes to desktop Linux that I find it's hard to find stuff with like a ton of polish. Hell, just today, just thinking to give you an example, having the rows mess up for virtual desktops on KDE. Come on. And that's like, and I get it, and it's not like I'm bashing the KDE team. It's just those bugs happen because it's, you know, a team of, you know, 10 people, 20 people doing KDE Plasma. Yeah, and that's one thing, Red Candy, when it comes to GPU and gaming, I'm a big 1080p guy. Yeah, I know. I'm elitist. I'm an elitist 1080p user. But I say that because I really think we're coming up on an APU, like the next gen Ryzen APUs, I think are going to be kind of amazing. I think we're going to finally get a CPU that can do all the games in 1080p at 60 FPS. And that's enough for me to just say, sweet, I don't need a graphics card anymore. How cool would that be? That would really, I think it would do a lot for PC gaming too. Just because the graphics card right now, if you're going to go buy one, well, you'd be an idiot to buy one new. Or maybe you just have a lot of money too. I mean, there's that. But for me, it was like, okay, now's a great time to buy a used graphics card. So I ended up picking up the 5700 XT for 150 bucks, 160 bucks, and it's a great card, great 1080p card, even does some 1440p gaming. Yeah, Intel's a bit further behind on the APU realm than AMD, at least from what I've seen. Oh, you got the RTX A4000 for video processing, streaming. That's a good $500 used card. The 4000's fantastic. I honestly thought about grabbing one for Stable Diffusion, AI generated images, because I was thinking, man, I really want to kind of retool some of my YouTube channel and redo some of the ways I make videos. And I would love to just spit out a bunch of AI art for my thumbnails, because I hate making thumbnails, like the thumbnail faces. You know, and I'm like, okay, there's a better way. And I would love to just pick up like an A4000 and feed a bunch of images, train it on a lot of my headshots I have, and then just have it go to town when it comes to thumbnails and be like, make me a thumbnail in a cyberpunk world where I'm a hacker that hasn't slept in 48 hours, and put a computer in front of me with some code. Dude, that would be cool, right? I mean, think of the possibilities. Oh, I would love it. Yeah, I need to actually have 4 YouTube channels. I was going crazy. I think towards the beginning of the year I was producing almost 7 videos a week by myself, and I still go in 1 day a week for my day job. So that was a bit much. That was definitely on the a little bit on the burnout side, and I kind of was like, ooh, all right, I need to get some of these projects finished. Yeah, so when you do a DD, it's going to grab every sector of the 32 gig card. No, it won't be 32 gig in size. I want to say, or no, it will be 32 gig in size, but we can mount and shrink it. So I'll show you that. Let's get why that's doing that thing. There's something called Pi Shrink. If y'all want to make your own desktop thing. There's this guy, Pie Shrink. Look at this. He updated 2 months ago. Hell yeah. Let's star him. Oh, I'm not signed in. So we'll grab Pie Shrink. And prevents. Okay, no. Enable verbose. We'll attempt to repair the file system. We'll compress the image after shrinking using gzip. Which one? I think XZ gives you better compression compared to GZ, but it's slower. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, chat. Which one should I use here? I want to say capital Z for XZ. Or no, maybe it's GZ. Or maybe I use this one. Use F9 for pigs and option T0 for XZ and compress in parallel. We'll just install this real fast. We can toss that over here. Oh, there we go. So we'll get Pie Shrink going. Sudo Pie Shrink, Pie Image. But I want to say actually probably the -A is what we want to use. Use the F9 for pigs and option T0 for XZ. No. So this image should be around 6 gigs. Maybe less. I'm thinking we can get it down to about 4 gigs when we go to the compress. Yeah, so we'll do Pie Shrink -A. We'll do an AV for be verbose, compress image in parallel and across multiple cores. And I think that should be good. I think just an AV should get us there. We'll see. I'm going to take a quick break. Take a quick bio break. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Let's see how our file is going. We are at almost to the end. Alrighty, I've returned. We got. All right. There we go. All right, we're good. Let's do a sync. Just to make sure our drives are good. Let's do a listing. You should see that we have Titus Pi image, 30 gigs right here under root. So then we can go sudo shrink shred. No, that would not be good. Pi shrink. And we're going to do AV. I don't think we need to do Z. I think it's implied. So actually, I think we do Z. We'll do an AVZ, if I'm reading this right. So something like AVZ, and then we ingest Titus Pi, and we output Titus Pi image.gz, I think. Pigs is not installed. Pigs. Okay, let's try again. Oh. Let's go final. All right, here we go. We'll kill my NVMe. All this drinking water has been like, oh, how to use the restroom. All right. What are we doing to our processing count during this? Let's look at HTOP. I don't even have HTOP installed. One of these days, I am going to fix that. I mean, it's for pigs, it's not really doing a whole bunch of compressing. It should be using multiple cores, but it doesn't look like much core usage for me. Doing a terrible job. Oh well. Let's check on the progress here. Let's do ls grep. All right, let's do an ll grep Titus. Titus Pi. So the final is getting there. You can kind of see it's slowly getting there. We're almost done copying. Once it gathers the data, then it should check the file system and shrink it. As you see. Oh, I know. Need to get the pull-up back. I think my shoulders are getting better, but my lens is all... I need to get a better lens or something for that shot. Yeah, this is all disc right, but I do have a Western Digital Black NVMe, so about 7 gigs per second is what its advertised speed is, or possible theoretical speed. Oh, excuse me. All right, now let's see. I hear it churning back there. Yeah. Look at that. It is maxing that processor out. Nice and chilly, 60 Celsius. That's right where my fan curve is. Anytime it hits 60 Celsius, I can hear the fans kick on a little bit more. This past weekend, I actually stripped out all the fans in my system, replaced my PSU, and then all the radiator fans with Noctuas. and put a real silent fan curve on it so it would stay almost not even. Oh, yes. Look at that. 2 gigs. Get out. That ain't bad. All right. Let's go final. And we're going to put that in downloads. So now we have this in downloads. Let's take it and go the other direction with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eject this one. This is the 32 gig card. And we're going to put a 64 gig card in here. So not the same card, double the space, and then we'll write to it as a test. Yeah, not bad, right? Not bad at all. So let's do a tar of that Titus pie. This is... What? Titus pie image.gz. Oh, I probably should have. It should probably look like that instead. Let's see. This does not look like a tar. Oh, okay. Never mind. How am I gonna unzip that GZ file? Did I do it wrong? Ah, damn it. Let's change it back to the regular file name. Let's hold it up in Thunar, I guess. Gunzip? Yeah. I'm gonna try it from the GUI, because that's probably what most people do. I think my Thunar is a little slow because it has to read all the networking locations. But, alright. Open that with Archive Manager. See if it reads it. It should just read the IMG file. Oh. Add a Z to your tar command. Thank you, Pass. I'm going to just see what Archive Manager gets me here. And we'll try and extract it. I think us doing like the maximum compression might make this a little slow. But since we're going to be hosting it on the web, probably best. Error loading. Well, all right, fine. Let's just do a tar xzvf Titus pie. Well, let's see if Gunzip's... Maybe Gunzip's not installed? I don't like how this is set up right now. Gzip? I don't think... Is it gzip? Let's see. Gzip's already installed. Alright, let's just do TLDR gzip. Okay. Uncompress or decompress a file. Gzip. I don't think I use gzip very much. Titus pie. I don't think we need to specify the output. Oh, no, we definitely need to specify the output. That was hilarious. I don't think... Nope, we do. Totally need to. Alright, let's try that. We're almost done, HGH. I have been playing some more Path of Exile, dude, so I'm getting close. I think we're going to do Friday Fun Day. And on Friday, might do some new Path of Exile League. I think the new league drops on Path of Exile. Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm getting kind of my builds and kind of getting back into it. I took some of my standard characters and working on some other stuff. We are running into some problems with our compressed data. All right, we're getting rid of it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a sudo this is the command we used to use, but this time let's do an xz, and then we're gonna put z right here. Can we do like a tar.xz? I feel like that's a lot of extensions though. Let's just get rid of img. Does that work? I feel like that would. What's up, Ziggy? Subscribed on YouTube, just stumbled on your Twitch. Good to hear, man. We do a lot over here. Monday, Tuesday, I'm kind of allocating the first Monday, Tuesday to mostly Linux stuff. Thursday's going to be programming for the most part, unless right now I have a lot on the programming plate. So I might need to expand into some other days, but we'll see. And then Friday, I'm going to try, occasionally I'll stream on Friday to like having just a fun day. Maybe some gaming, other stuff, other shenanigans on Friday. Let's see. I feel like that would work. Although I don't really like what I'm seeing here. Let's look back on the examples. That doesn't... I don't think we use this for all of it. I'm done. 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So instead of doing it like this, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna shrink the image file. So instead of copying the image file and then trying to do that, I'd much rather just take our existing one and then compress it ourselves, not just do it all in one PyShrink. Yeah. Definitely gonna stream the new league for sure. I'm gonna probably play some Path of Exile because the new league's dropping. So I'll play some of that. I have been playing Shadow of War a little bit. That's a single player game, a little bit on the old side, so probably not going to stream that. Although some people might enjoy that game. I know I do. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. I love streaming over here too. It's a blast. getting to tackle all these fun projects. Ugh. I probably should make a video though. Alrighty, so now we've compressed this, and if we look at that, we've just taken the raw image file, drop in like dead space. It's not really compressing anything yet. So now let's do, what's a good compression? What's a more universal? I'm thinking like tar.xz, best tar.xz compression. And I want to say, you know what? If we look at my bash RC file, I had some examples of compression in here because I did this once. I think I even made a video about it. What is that? ZZ. Oh, okay. Didn't realize I even have to put that in there. Up, copy file, CPPs, copy file with progress bar. I need to remember that. All right, extract. It's fine, but what about compress? Did I not make a compress? I made an extract, but not a compress. Oh, you fool. Yeah. And I've loved the storyline. Shadow of War storyline is insane. Like I'm going through my second playthrough right now, and I was like, this is such a great story. And I hate stories. Like I don't ever play a game for story, but that game, man, it's totally worth it. We didn't. Spoiler: we did not find any compression. Let's look here. Probably. I'm just looking through here. -9 is extreme. I don't think we need to do extreme. I think like XZ option -9 tar CJ, and then the output file. I feel like that's probably what we'll do. Something like output file Titus pi.tar.xz, and then Titus pi image. And I think there's like an output progress command. I need to put that alias in here. I don't know why I didn't, but well. Oh, did I have a make tar alias? Why did I overlook it? Let's look. Let's just go vim bash rc. Make tar. Yeah. So make tar is just that. Probably would like to add that max compression XZ option in there. Maybe I don't do the XD option. Let's look at time comparison on compression. Tar. Oh man. Yeah, Ownage, I've been doing a crap ton of Chat GPT. I went ahead and bought the subscription for GPT-4. And whenever I'm doing my C#, because I've only coded in C# for about C# for only about a couple days. So less than a week, and I'm already writing full-blown programs for the most part. I will say Twitch chat helps out a ton. So when usually I'm in the software category, software development category when I'm in there, And I get all kinds of programmers popping in a chat, and I'll be like, this is what AI is giving me, guys. What's wrong with it? And people will be like, oh, well, that's stupid. It's not using a using command, or it's not terminating here, or it's not properly declaring this. And then between ChatGPT and Twitch chat, I think we can pretty much make any program. It's kind of insane. I'm super over the moon about it, though. I'm like, this is great. All right. XZ right here. It's very slow. XZ. Parallel PXZ beta, possibly best possible compression. Process use. Okay. So the command it's using is a PXZ-9. So this one is doing tar CJF. Let's see how many cores is it utilizing. 1 core. So not a great solution. So if we look at LL grep Titus Pi. Oh, 1 second. I know you guys can't see that, but it is slower than dirt. Look at that. It's only at 230 with it churning. All right, we're going to cancel that. Let's remove Titus Pi.tar.xz. Okay. So let's try this command, pxz-9. I've never used it. Algorithm is xz. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of funky. This is neat though. To do a tar, this command, file, all right, output file be Titus Pi.tar.xz, and then it's Titus Pi, right? That's not auto-completing. That doesn't give me the warm fuzzies. Probably, yeah. The dash T0. Yeah, I was just looking at this wiki. It's kind of interesting. So for this, it says this is the parameters with the command. Oh, the command's pxz-9. Do we have pxz? Okay, let's go. pxz is not a command recognized. pxz, it's not a command. pxz command. What is that? Paralleled LZMA compression compatible with XZ. Okay. And this is in Mancure. So where do you get this file? Yeah, PXZ might what you want to use. gzip, so it's interesting. So obviously we could just get this done. Most people are like, how often are you compressing a file? But I'm more intrigued by what's the most optimal path for the compression. So you could do just a gzip with a parameter of CFZ, and that's going to do some compression. Now you could do a pigs command, which we do have, and that uses parallel gzip using pigs 2.4, and that's going to give you decent compression. Or you could use what is this, bzip 2, only uses one core. Or you could do a parallel bzip 2. So the green is the stuff that it's like, hey, this is the stuff you really want to use. Someone in chat mentioned the ZST right here gives the best possible compression and utilizes all cores. I think ZST is what we want. ZSTD. That sounds bad, doesn't it? So we would do a ZSTD-19-T1, and who was it? Iker. I think Iker is really, that's the way to do it. I think you're the man. And if we look at that, we would just specify the output file, I believe. What is the ZST's output file and then the input, right? Let's find out. Or is it just the input? Oh, dude. Let's just do a TLDR ZSTD. Oh, and then it just adds a ZST suffix. Oh, so you don't even need to do an output file on this way. I don't know about having that weird suffix, though. I know that sounds silly. Like, who cares what the suffix is, Titus? I mean, I kind of do. Because at the end of the day, lots of people are going to look at it. So can you use the ZSTD to an output suffix of like tarxz? Okay, ZSTD is modern and the new kid on the block. I have no doubt it's the best thing, but are people going to know what the hell a ZSTD extension is? Because I haven't seen them very much. And all I remember is just tarxz for most distributions. And how are Windows users going to do this too? ZSTD Windows. What kind of compatibility we got here? Oh, hell, they're going to have to go to SourceForge for it. Yeah, you're going to have to get a Z standard compression utility like pzip. I mean, pzip's actually pretty good. I like pzip for old Windows, but it's not a very good file. What kind of compression does zip give us? Zip would be like universal. We got gzip. Does it just have regular zip? Let's see what that looks like. If it was just for me, I would use ZSTD. Okay, yeah. If it's not 7-zip, I can't use it. Even though that's no doubtedly the best compression and the fastest. Parallel, zip, Linux. I spelled parallel wrong. PBZip2, but this person's going to want a different extension. What about using pigs? Okay, that's gzip and xz. I guess I'm not too adverse from using like pigs with like a xz output. Yeah, tar.exe might be the best. Because if you're doing an extraction of an image file on Windows, Windows should be able to read tar.exe pretty easily, and most people know like WinRAR and those types of things. I don't know why I'm going down this rabbit hole, but I'm really just interested in it giving the best, most uniform result. So here's your standard tar. Yeah. Right now I'm just seeing maybe I could use pigs to do paralleled compression out to like a tar.exe. Let's go pigs to tar.exe. Ah. tar.gz. tar.gz. That's funny. I know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist here. I think probably what I want to do is grab this PXZ binary in PXZ. You know, Nix probably has PXZ. I bet you it does. Search Nix packages PXZ. We're just gonna do this. I know it probably would have been done by now, but oh, I don't have Nix installed. Crap. All right. Yeah, you could use sync thing. You could use if you're just doing like one-off syncs groceries. I probably would do. You could do rclone, rsync. Those are really good for one-offs. I use those a lot, and you can even throw them on cron jobs if you're in Linux. Sync thing's pretty good though. Sync thing's probably the most user-friendly and universal that you can just sync anywhere to anything. But yeah. And yeah, there's like so many different ways to skin a cat. That's like what I get obsessed with, is like all the different ways to complete one thing, like what we're doing right now. It's like, okay, we should probably just go ahead and do it. We're coming down to the wire here. So let's just what was it? MK tar Titus image. What was it? Tar C. Oh yeah. MK tar Titus image. So it should look something like tar.xz Titus pi image. Let's just do the plain Jane regular tar file. What did that give me? I think we were just overcomplicating it. Me do that? Never. Yeah, that's just putting in an archive. That's really not actually doing any kind of compression. So make tar is kind of useless for that. It should be like probably like a J. Like all this I kind of don't like, because you could do like a capital J right in go tar. Yeah, oh, XZ command, CFJ. We'll only use one here, unbearably slow. Let's see how unbearably slow it is. No, no, no. We already know it's going to be slow. That's actually... Let's not do that. Because we tested it a little bit. Just send it to dev null. Yeah. I love NeoVim, man. NeoVim's the best. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right. Let's get it going. Not enough messing around here. No more messing around. Let's go. For the tar, kind of want to change this. PXZ. Let's just go ahead and make what we need. PXZ-9. So it should be PXZ-9, and then it's kind of a weird command. And when we look at PXZ right here, so this tars it to OC. With the OC file, it takes PXZ. That's something. That is something. Okay, and do we get Nyx going? Oh, we did not. Come on, Chris. Focus. Focus. So you're saying use tar there, Moon. I think we're going to try this PXZ. I really kind of want to make this work. So we're going to try this. Command, not pound. Oh, damn it. What did I do? Find in packages. Did I not? I did. I thought I already had that in my bash RC, and I didn't. We'll just do it the simple way. We're gonna go ACVF. What's the ACVF? We'll do Titus pi dot tar dot xz, and then Titus pi image. How slow is that? Is it using anything? One core. Oh my god, look how slow it is. Look how slow it is. Oh. That might take a minute. The old dial-up routine. Let's load the image line by line by line by line. No. 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 Ah, oh, jeez. That's that. All right, let's keep going over here. Why that's doing its thing. What am I thinking? We did unpack that, right? Oh, I needed to log in again. We're just gonna do that. And then we're gonna get that pigs file. We're doing it. Oh, come on. What? Do it. Just all right, that's fine. We'll just build it from source. Screw it. Or do they have an output file? I bet there's a PXZ. I'm determined to get PXZ. PXZ? Fedora. It's in Fedora's repos. Weird. It was on Ubuntu's 18, but not the recent Ubuntu. How odd. All right, let's see. Best compression. I think this is always the worst. For Linux. Let's see. Best compression tool for Linux. LZ4 is what people say. Let's see. MakeTechEasier.com. Oh, I like the name of this site. So I tried this, but I believe PXZ was not found. Yeah, unable to locate PXZ. It's not in the most recent repos. So they were doing C. Okay, that's the standard way of doing it. This is the slow way, which we're doing over here. You can kind of test the progress here. We're up to 382 megs. Good night. Although the compression ratio should be like 8:1. So we're probably getting about, I'd say we're like 30-40% done. Maybe. Compression ratio might be worse, actually. Yeah. That's totally a hack there, Dammy. You got to add Reddit to it. That's like true with everything. Like I was looking for the best garbage disposal because my indoor garbage disposal broke over the weekend. So I went to Home Depot to pick up a new one, and I immediately, the first one was like, okay, you got bombarded by a bunch of bot sites that are just using affiliate links. And then I just went to Plumber's subreddit. What's the best garbage disposal? And then it's like, immediately it's like, use Badger. All that China-made crap is just breaks. Even with their long warranties, good luck trying to get them redeemed. You're just going to have unhappy clients. So all the plumbers were just like, yeah, just spend the extra money and get the good one. And I was like, okay. See, that's what I need. Thank you, Reddit. Outdoor, yeah. I actually thought about getting some chickens. I know that sounds like totally a little bit redneck, but hear me out. Chickens, I love eggs. I eat about 3 eggs a day. And I'm like, man, I think the eggs would taste better if I got them like homegrown and just fed them. I feel like I'm just going back to my roots. And I'm like, yes, I think that's what I need to do. But anyways. Ugh. Okay, here's a comparison. This is using that. It's tarring it probably because, well, I guess, yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. So they're saying out of all of these, this one took literally 26 seconds instead of 10 minutes. This one took 64 minutes. Oh, wait, no. 22. tar-ipxz 22 seconds. So this one is probably the one to use. God bless. All right, let's get this. Build pxz Debian. Oh, you can just do xz space -t. They just enabled it in, oh, they sunset pxz for that. So you do an xz-t0. Oh. So we're up to almost a gig. So now let's come over here. We're gonna do this. XZ, okay, that's good. T0. Titus pi super dot tar dot xz Titus pi image. Go. Did that? I don't think that worked. Did it? Did I not use the correct syntax for XZ? Okay. Damn it. This is ridiculous. I don't get it. I don't get why they made this so damn hard. It's so silly. So they changed the syntax around with XZ? Okay. Oh shoot, did I break my other one? Okay, no, I don't think I broke my other one, did I? How was that syntax completely wrong? Damn it. Okay, let's do a TLDR-XZ. Okay, so XZ, it should be just T0, and then Titus Pi image, like that. Well, you guys can't see it, but like that. I think that's it, and it just adds the command. I don't think we do anything special with this. I think it's literally that easy. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's doing a lot of work. So, God bless. I hope it doesn't overwrite some of my files. Otherwise, it just corrupted all of them. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay. Yeah. We're doing good. So what we're going to do here, let's just cancel this one. Let's remove Titus Pi. Move Titus Pi dot tar. Close that. This has full rain. And then if we look at HTOP, we're burning up the midnight oils. All right. Now we just need to do a RM, RF route. Totally agree. Don't forget the asterisk though. Otherwise it's not going to work, Jalopy. If you're going to have me copy paste commands, you got to add the asterisk. Otherwise you're just, it's not going to do anything. You want me to test it? Do sudo rm rf / like that? You think that works? I don't want to do it. It does. You don't need the star. I swear there was a distro the other time I tried to do it and it prevented me unless I did the star. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it just because you called me chicken. Well, I might do it, but I at least want to get this done before I do that. All right, we're already way past that other one, so this was the way to do it. It was just a simple xz-t command and then the input file. So if we look at vim bash rc tar, where is that? Make tar. This is fine. Make tar would be like, actually CFGF would just make the tar file, which is fine, but we want to add alias make xz equals xzt0 like that. And then just make sure its source is right. Did that not work? Okay, that looks like it's done, but where the hell is the source file? Oh, it deleted the source file. Oh, crap. Oh, that sucks. Okay. That's why the... Okay. Extract that to downloads. Extract. That's not going to be 8 gigs. It says size 2 gigs. We screwed it up. But we learned. We learned something. That's okay. That's totally corrupt. It overrides the source file in the process. Ah. It's not going to extract fine. So when you open it in this, it should show 8.8 gigs. Instead, it shows 2 gigs. That tells me things went awry. Not good. So yeah, we'd have to do that. I'm not gonna bore everybody to death with that. I'll take the image. I'll take another DD of the SD card. We'll grab all of it, dump it on the drive, do a pi shrink again with the official IMG file, and then I'm probably gonna do a K, and then space add that. A good practice, but this file's just garbage. Let's just empty it. It is just straight up garbage. Very cool practice. Good to know. So, man. Well, all right, we'll just do an input file. FSDF output file, Titus Pi 2023 -04 image. Block size equals 1 meg. Status equals progress. Something like this. We'll regrab the 30 gig image file. We'll do a pi shrink on it. That'll set all the flags and everything properly. And then we will do the XZ, or I'll do the XZ. I'll probably do all that offline. I just wanted to kind of figure out the best compression. I probably should have just left the old slow way, but I was like, I don't want to do this crap again. If I need to compress a lot of files into the best compression possible, even better than Windows, and do it fast, I don't want to be sitting here with one core just churning away forever. So it was a really good experiment. I'm glad we found. The XZ has been expanded ever since like 3 or 4 years ago, and PZIP or PZX or whatever that was sunset. It is deprecated because they expanded XZ to include those options. So fun little tidbit we found at the end there. That's why I was kind of flinging around. Of course we could have done the compression, but I wanted to get the best compression and the fastest compression. And XZ already had it, and XZ's in every distro, so really easy. But yes, XZ can't compress directories, so you'd have to tar the directory and then run XZ to do that. So you'd have multiple files, and yeah, that's probably one of the main issues there for sure. And that's why there's no tar at the end of that one file. Great little exercise here at the end. Loved it. Lots to learn there. So I appreciate everybody hanging in there, getting the feedback from chat, going, oh, what the hell's Titus doing now? But that was fun. Yeah, so the workflow would be make tar. So you'd make it a tar file, which doesn't compress it at all. And then you'd take the XZ and just say XZ-T0 and then the tar file. It would delete that tar file and then create a new one called tar.xz with the highest compression possible, and it would use all your threads using those settings. So the more you know. That's super cool. Well, guys, I'm going to end it here. I'll see you guys on Thursday. We're going to do some Windows one-shots, some C# programming, get back into that. I will do later Thursday stream around noon, probably a little afternoon on Thursday. And then, yeah. And then Friday, I think we're going to do a game stream, actually do some Path of Exile, new leagues launching. Love to launch on that. I like to do lazy builds on Path of Exile because I like to just use a controller. I know, blasphemy for you PC users, PC gamers, but I'm older and I don't like a lot of buttons. So we're gonna do that probably Friday. Game streams, usually Windows. most gaming I just do Windows, so we'll see. All right, y'all. Deuces. See you guys in the next one. This was a great one. I feel good. This week's been a good streaming week, and last week was great too with the programming on C#. So man, we're really hitting our stride. All right. Oh yeah. Jalopy, I'll get those back in. You got it, man. All right. Peace, all.